now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on your election to chair the 6th Committee and wish you and members of your Bureau successful work over this 670th session of the General Assembly. This year, as part of the General Assembly's work, there was another review of the UN Global Counterterrorism Strategy. Russia supported its outcomes as reflected in the relevant resolution. What's important is that despite disagreements on separate aspects of counterterrorism, states were managed to preserve consensus as regards the strategy and its 4 pillars, which are mutually reinforcing and inextricably tied. The international community needs to continue its joint work to make the provisions of the strategy a reality. Russia has always advocated for the creation of a broad counterterrorism front with the participation of all states, with a central coordinating role of the UN based on international law and through effectively fulfilling specialized resolutions of the UN Security Council without politicization or double standards. We see a great potential to build international counterterrorism cooperation through the use of the potential of the UN Office for Counterterrorism. Russia actively supports the work of this office. We'd like to express our gratitude to its chief, USG Vladimir Voronkov, for his high level of preparation for and for the holding of this year of the Conference of the Heads of Counterterrorism Structures of UN member states. Chair. In its General Assembly resolution on the review of the global counterterrorism strategy, a problem is underscored of terrorist organizations receiving weapons. ISIL, at its time, was able to establish large-scale and reliable channels of receiving weapons and ammunition. Terrorist groups in various areas of the world continue to receive military goods from various sponsors, which allows them to confront armed forces of states. The problem of cutting off supply of any type of military goods for terrorist organizations is, in our view, a crucial issue in and of itself and requires careful attention from the UN and its specialized structures and the whole international community. Chair. As relevant as ever in the current circumstances is the problem of foreign terrorist fighters. As a result of the military victory over ISIL, this terrorist organization has become a far-reaching network of underground cells, and its branches spread around the world. The backbone of these branches and cells is made up of former terrorist fighters who rushed back to their country of origin or to third countries. They continue to exploit both the ongoing fragmentation in the international community on questions of counterterrorism, but also the fact that not all states took the necessary legislative and law enforcement measures on national levels to effectively reflect these differing views of the terrorist threat. No lesser a threat is posed by Al-Qaeda, which still has sufficient military, financial and technical capacity. In this connection, we call for more intensive cooperation in good faith, including on questions of mutual legal assistance and extradition of those involved in terrorism, as well as timely information provided about their movements. We'd also insist that criminal prosecution of foreign terrorist fighters should be carried out on the basis of extradite or prosecute, with an aim to ensure that punishment is served. Chair, we cannot agree with a trend that we've seen for Western states to prioritize human rights and gender aspects of counterterrorism, and to select questions of rehabilitation and reintegration of terrorists to the detriment of ensuring this principle of a certainty of punishment. We are also alarmed by the imposition by some states of concepts that do not enjoy consensus, inter alia, the prevention of violent extremism or the rules-based order. We believe that this kind of activity only erodes international counterterrorism basis to counterterrorism and generally could lead to a fragmentation of it. For us, the number one thing, our rules are the UN Charter. So we'd propose that other states don't lose sight of this either. Thank you for your attention.
I thank the distinguished representative of the Russian Federation.